Peace and greetings, everyone. So happy to be here. As you know, it's been a minute since I've been on. A lot has been happening in my life. Life is this beautiful, amazing journey. There's births, there's deaths, there's weddings, there's all sorts of things. And all we can do is keep going, keep going. So last week I went on a intensive course for massage, and let's see, make sure I have this off. And just got back home, and one moment, okay. And when I got home, arrived at my front door of my office was this beautiful package from Julie Kuchia Watts. As those of you may remember, she was a guest on the channel, and I have been a fan of hers for many, many, many years. And I think probably 30 years ago, she put out this amazing deck, Ancestral Path Tarot. And hold on one moment, because I just thought of something. So this is the original deck that she came out with. This one right here. This is the new updated edition. And you can see the size. I mean, in comparison, it is, as my 8-year-old likes to say, it's ginormous. Do you see that? I can't even get all of it into the camera. So it is approximately 2 inches larger than the original. I mean, these are even bigger than oracle cards. Welcome, Goddess Naisha. Welcome, Katrina Stone. So this is the original deck. I just want to show you in comparison. And you can always, if you look back on my channel, you will see at least 2 videos where Julie was on my channel. So hold on one moment. Before we go any further, let's go ahead and invite the bell. Let's take a moment to take a nice, deep, centering breath and welcome us into this sacred space. So, welcome, welcome. This deck is absolutely gorgeous. So this is the original version. And what I like about this deck is the fact that it's a very multicultural deck. So this is, I believe her name is Tracy Hoover. She wrote the original book that came along with the deck. There's the Magician. So I'm not going to really waste time showing you the old deck, because now we have a new deck. The original deck had been out of print for many years, and I believe, I can't remember if it was 2013 or how long ago it was, but there was a revision to the, a reprint of the deck, but Julie wasn't quite satisfied with it, and eventually U.S. Games approached her again to redo the deck. And we have this beautiful, beautiful version. So here is the back of the deck. Still has the beautiful moon logo, which was, you have the moon logo on the original deck. And the cards. And let's see. There's a little bit of a copyright on the front, but it's very small, so it's not very visible. And on the front of the deck, here's the front card. Ancestral Path Tarot, Julie Kuchia Watts. The Ancestral Path Tarot by Julia Kuchia Watts threads together the diverse beliefs of various cultures in order to find commonalities of experiences. between them. It examines the traditions of our ancestors through mythology to reclaim a personal spirituality that enables us to perceive the divine in ourselves and others. The Ancestral Path Tarot emphasizes the living traditions of all human cultures for us to factor into our worldview. The deck portrays paths created by ancestors of different times and cultures for our consideration. And look at this wonderful, large little white book. Very nice. It goes through each of the cards. It looks to be approximately 31 pages. Gives you the Celtic cross spread, a little bit of history behind Ancestral Path Tarot. And we're going to take a quick walk through of the cards. And I hope that you enjoy this lovely deck. So this is the Fool's card, the coloring. So you can see the difference in the coloring. And I like it that it's a larger card and the border is gone, which is another thing. So you really have full view of the cards. So we're going to do a walkthrough of this deck. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And you can get a signed copy of the deck by going to Julie's website. I believe it's, let's see, what is it again? Oh, well, I'm going to post it, and I think it's, is it Dharma Moon? Or I'll have to look it up, and I will do that. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and go through the deck, and I will make sure to post the links down below. So that was the Fool. This is the Magician. Let's see. So we have a good, there we go. The High Priestess. I'm not sure if I'm getting good, what do you call it? Good focus on the deck. There you go. Isn't that lovely? Ah, you see the Tree of Life right there. The Tree of Life on the scroll and the Egyptian hieroglyphics on the Tree of Life. I never noticed that detail before. The Empress. And when Julie originally painted this deck, I believe either her son was like 1 year old or she was pregnant with him. And I always felt this card, to me, looked like Julie. Oh, I'm not getting, you know, if I can't get a good enough, the camera doesn't adjust, I will do this over again. Let's see. There we go. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? And look at the stars and her scepter. And you can even see a reflection of her in the scepter. Isn't that gorgeous? You can see the pregnant belly, the lapis lazuli mosaic tiles, the waterfall. Gorgeous card. They're like having miniature paintings in your hand, the Emperor. The Hierophant, another of my favorite cards. I mean, just about every card in this deck has always been my favorite. And what's nice is now it's in a full size, and I don't even need my glasses to look at it. The Lovers. Let's see. Camera is not wanting to cooperate today, and I apologize for that. I think I'll probably have to redo this video with my cell phone. There we go. It's always like to get into the details of the face. You can see the snake there, the tree, the Chariot, every card in the major arcana of tarot. Oh, look at that. I love the look in his face, and look at the crescent moon on his shoulder. The lions, the dark lion. I know they're rare, the chocolate lions, the black lions. I've seen a few pictures of them. Welcome, Pavel. Justice. You have the yin and yang symbol and the Libra astrology. Looks like the law is down there, the Book of Moses. And you know, I never noticed that the scales are right down there on the corner. The Hermit. It's like he's trailing with stardust behind him. Just trying to get the camera to focus. I am so sorry, it's just not doing it. It's not focusing very well. So what I'll probably do is I'm going to do another video later after I have 3 clients coming soon. And I'm probably just going to come back on and use my cell phone because at least that stays in focus. But isn't that Hermit's card? Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the stardust. It's like the galaxy. Oh, and I think looks like a constellation there. There you go. So I might just be able to get through the 22 major arcana right now, and then I'll come back and do the video with all of the cards. The Wheel of Fortune. Look at the gorgeous detail. That looks like a little glimpse of Stonehenge there. I'm not sure if that's a Mayan calendar over there. Here's the Strength card. Hi, Julie. So happy to see you here. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my camera focusing, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and go through the 22 major arcana right now. And then once I have 3 clients I need to see, and I'll be finished around 3:45 Eastern time today, 3:45, 4. And once I finish with the clients, I'm going to come back on and use my cell phone, which has a very good camera, and at least it stays focused. And I'm going to do the walkthrough again with all of the cards. Love that. Love that. You can see the placenta and the umbilical cord sort of wrapped around the baby's foot. Isn't that gorgeous? Ah, just love this. This one is the Death card. Got the roses there. Are those mushrooms over in the corner? You know what I love about the new cards, Julie? These larger cards, I can see more detail in the painting, and I swear that looks like mushrooms over in the corner. Don't worry about it, Julie. I'm going to redo this video as soon as I finish with my clients. I'm going to come back and do the video with all of the cards, because at least the cards will be in perfect focus. This is the Death card. I never noticed the mushrooms there before. You see the child poking her finger through the eye orbit of the skull. The white owl in the background. Another one of my favorite. I mean, your entire deck. It's just gorgeous, these paintings. Yeah, so I'll be back on about 4 p.m. Eastern time with the cell phone and do the full video with all of the cards. I'm just going to be able to get through the 22 right now. Isn't this gorgeous? Love this deck. So you guys, this is just a tease. I'll be back with the full deck. And I love the hugeness of the card. Beautiful. See, it's hard to get it in focus. My camera is not cooperating. Maybe it's mad because I haven't done a video in 2 weeks. Look at this one. The Tower. So iconoclastic. Oh, Julie, the deck is absolutely gorgeous. Yes, exactly. Because you know, your original deck, I must have been in my 30s when I got the original deck, and I could see it just fine back then. Of course, there were still details that I missed, and now with the, you know, once I got over 40 and I went back and I'm looking at the deck and I'm like, I can't see this deck at all without my glasses on. But this deck I can see just fine. Look at the star. Isn't that gorgeous? The beach pebbles, the water vessels, even that look on her face. The hair. Oh, and I see there's the astrological glyphs on the pillar. I mean, there's so many details that I don't even remember from the first deck. I mean, I'm sure I saw them when I was in my 30s, but shoot, now I can't see them at all. This is so gorgeous. Look at the moon. This cut reminds me of like Grandmother Moon. And that moon is so gorgeous. And if I oh, and you can even see a little bit of the texture of the canvas. Mother Moon weaving the tapestry. Oh, and I like the reflection of the moon on the water. This is so beautiful. There you go, the sun. Oh, I have fallen in love with this deck all over again. I know I have pestered you for years. When are you going to bring this deck back? Oh, come on, please, please. I never noticed. Oh, picture within a picture within a picture within a picture. It's like a dream. It's like waking up from the dream. Wow. And it's like she's underwater, being reborn. I know, Julie says, yep, all that stuff was there. I never noticed it. The world. Oh, very cool. All right. King of Swords. So we're going to stop here because I do have to go, unfortunately. And the camera is just not, there we go. The camera is just not focusing. So this is the Suit of Swords. And it's the Japanese culture. Which time period is this culture in, Julie? So I'll just show you just a few more cards before I have to go, because I really don't want to stop. But look at that. Are those flower petal garland? Oh, and some pearls. So gorgeous. The samurai period. You can feel his energy. That look at his face. You can just, that's the Prince of Swords. Wow, this gave me chills just now looking at it. Prehistoric Japan. Look at this. 10 of Swords. Oh, you can see the ninja, like there's some kind of, what do you call those things? A star in his hand. Never noticed that before. Look at all the different swords. So I'm going to finish this suit, and I got to go. Seriously. Ah, oh, gorgeous. You can almost feel like you're there. And it's springtime. You can see the sakura, which I believe is Japanese for cherry blossom. The cherry blossoms. Looking at this deck makes me want to go to Japan. All right, that's not gonna, see, my camera won't focus properly. He's got his loot. Yeah, so I will be back, guys. I promise I will be back. Oh, gorgeous. Now that one focused. Let's see. There we go. That's a better focus. I like how the light, you can see the light glowing from behind. And there's Sterling. Sterling is actually in Osaka, where he lives for, I'm not sure how many years, at least 25, 30 years. But Sterling, I am leaving for now because the camera's not cooperating very well. And I'm going to come back using my cell phone, which will focus all the time. We've been going through the new edition, the new reprint of Julie Kuchia-Watt's Ancestral Path Tarot. We made it through the 22 cards. Yes, Sterling's been living in Japan for 32 years. We've been going through the 22 major arcana, and then all of a sudden I found myself in the swords. But we're going to end here and then come back 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is 12 p.m. right now, so that will be 3 hours. I will be back and we'll go through the entire deck with a better camera so that you can see all of Julie's amazing cards. And that is the staves, which represents dynastic Egypt, ancient Kemet. Okay, so I gotta go. Love you guys. Sorry I've been away for a while. It's just been really busy, a lot of changes, a lot of stuff going on in my life. And we will be back soon. Okay? Much love, peace, great bliss, and see you in about 3 hours.